Hey Loomies, it's Denise from ôHë.com, and on today's video, I want to do a product review of the CinDwood Looms. Alright, let's start with the construction of the loom. The base is made of something called MDP, which is some kind of like compressed wood that's glued together, and that gives it this nice smooth feel that's not going to hurt your fingers or your yarn. Now, most important to me are the pegs. I think this is like a major thing when it comes to looms. In fact, I don't use or recommend the boy loom. The little heads have this slit on them and they grab your yarn. It's like they take your yarn hostage. I have never had a peg on a CinDwood Loom break. So they're made out of vinyl, which makes them strong and flexible. They are glued on, so they're not going to come off. And if you look at the little heads on these pegs, they are ideal when it comes to designs. The size of the little head on the peg, well, it's great. If it were any thinner, when you're working on one peg, the loop on the next peg just comes off, which happens to me on another loom that I have that I like a lot, but it's really frustrating when I'm knitting and all of a sudden I look and there's loops that came off my peg. Then I tried another loom that I liked a lot, but the problem with that one was that the tip of the peg was too wide. It just was not a good design, and I got really frustrated and I stopped using that loom because of that. So not the case with the CinDwood Loom. The pegs are just awesome. Best peg design as far as I'm concerned of any loom on the market. They have a good variety of loom. When you go on the website, you're going to see that they have round, oval, you know, there's an S loom, universal loom. There's all kinds of shapes. I do want to tell you guys that CinDwood Looms now has a 48 peg hat loom design that used to be exactly that Nifty Knitter purple loom with the 48 pegs. Well, they have a twin, and it's crazy because not that long ago I saw that I had to do a post on it. I saw a Nifty Knitter 48 peg loom for $100 on eBay. Believe it or not, somebody just went berserk and took that auction up to $100. Well, you can get it for $22 at through CinDwood Looms, so another great thing. Now, there are some things about the product that are an issue, and I will tell you that those issues, most of them are either temporary or they're issues where they're not really a big issue, but for some people it's an issue, so I have to bring it up. And then I have one thing that is for me a biggie. That one issue that I personally have, I don't have a lot of wiggle room on it. I can't budge. So let's go through this list. $14 to $16 is the average cost of the 4-piece combo of round looms, right? And I will say that to me, I have to give you this comparison, even though I don't think that it's a fair comparison. I don't think that it's fair to compare, say, the Reese or the Nifty Knitter or, you know, Loops and Threads to CinDwood Looms. I don't think that's a fair comparison, but I have to do it because that is the comparison that the average consumer is going to make. You go and you look at CinDwood Looms and you try to get a 4-piece combo, it's going to cost you anywhere from $60 to $64, and your eyes go boom, you know, like one of those cartoons, and your head starts to spin because you can't believe that somebody wants $60, $64 for a 4-piece combo set. There is a huge difference between these looms, and they're not apples and apples. There is that loom knitted look to certain hats. That's not the case with one that's made with a CinDwood loom. fabric is different. So yes, that's why some of us are willing to pay $64 for 4 looms. The price is an issue, and so I have to put that under not good thing, because for the average consumer, that's not a good thing. CinDwood looms are not available anywhere. You're not going to find them at Walmart, Michael's, or Joann's, or AC Moore, or Hobby Lobby, or any of those places. You're not going to find them on Amazon or eBay. Maybe on eBay, because this is just me. I have not seen anybody sell their CinDwood looms. Once they have them, they become what I call CinDonites, and they hold on to them, and they become hardcore CinDwood loomers. So I've never seen them on eBay, but I'm sure at some point somebody might be selling theirs because they're moving or something. But in reality, they're like nowhere. You have to go to CinDwood Crafts to get your looms, and I've put a link at the bottom in the description, as well as on the website, for you to go to them. They're not widely available, not too many people have them, and so there's not a lot of free patterns. Once you become an advanced loom knitter, you will find that a lot of the designers that make really detailed designs, like shawls and purses and things like that, clothing, you'll find that they mostly use CinDwood looms because the end result is so drastically different. And you have to buy those patterns. There's not a lot of free patterns for that kind of design. Just so you know, heads up, there is a free pattern every single month on CinDwood looms. Just go every month or get on the newsletter, and they will send you the link to a free pattern, and you can go on my Facebook. I put the free pattern every month. Okay, so here's my big issue with CinDwood loom where I don't budge. My big problem is I don't like them for beginners. And it's not a CinDwood loom issue, it's a small gauge, high peg count loom. So I don't recommend KB looms or any other loom that is a high peg count. It's more expensive. And I especially don't like to use them for kids. And the reason is because if I have an 11-year-old that I'm teaching them how to make a hat, for instance, I don't want it to take 4 hours to finish the hat. So I'm gonna use a small loom like this one that has only 24 pegs, right? That they're gonna use thick yarn, and they're gonna be done in a couple of hours, and they're going to be happy, and they're going to find out that, hey, I can make this